If you're eating these three foods, you're literally destroying your testosterone levels every single day. And most men have no idea they're doing it. But here's the good news. I'm also going to show you three foods that can naturally skyrocket your T levels in just weeks. Stick around because what I'm about to reveal could completely transform your energy, your muscle mass, your confidence, and yes, even your performance in the bedroom. Look, testosterone isn't just about being manly, it's about being healthy. Low testosterone is linked to depression, fatigue, muscle loss, weight gain, brain fog, and a whole host of health problems that are absolutely destroying men in their 30s, 40s, and beyond. The average man's testosterone levels have dropped by 30% over the last 30 years. That's not normal. That's not aging. That's your diet and lifestyle systematically destroying your hormonal health. But today, we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you exactly which foods are sabotaging your testosterone and, more importantly, which foods can naturally restore your T levels to where they should be. Before we dive in, if you're serious about optimizing your health and longevity, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's get started. Alright, let's start with the bad news. These three foods are absolute testosterone killers, and if you're eating them regularly, they're slowly but surely destroying your hormonal health. Testosterone killer number 1. Soy products. First up, soy products. Now, I know this might be controversial, but the science is clear. Soy contains compounds called phytoestrogens, specifically isoflavones like genistein and digoxin. These are plant-based compounds that mimic estrogen in your body. Here's what happens when you consume soy regularly. These phytoestrogens bind to your estrogen receptors and can disrupt your natural hormone balance. Studies have shown that men who consume soy protein regularly can experience significant drops in testosterone levels. This includes soy milk, tofu, soy protein powders, edamame, and processed foods containing soy lecithin, or soy protein isolate. Check your labels. Soy is hidden in everything from protein bars to salad dressings. One study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men consuming 56 grams of soy protein daily experienced a 19% decrease in testosterone levels. That's nearly 1/5 of your T levels gone just from soy. If you're currently using soy protein powder or drinking soy milk thinking it's healthy, you need to stop immediately. Your testosterone levels will thank you. Testosterone killer number 2. Processed sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Number 2 is even worse. Processed sugar and high fructose corn syrup. This stuff is literally everywhere. Sodas, candy, processed foods, even supposedly healthy foods like granola bars and yogurt. Here's the science. When you consume large amounts of sugar, your insulin levels spike. Chronic insulin spikes lead to insulin resistance, which directly suppresses testosterone production. But it gets worse. High fructose corn syrup is particularly devastating because it bypasses your body's normal satiety signals and goes straight to your liver, where it's converted to fat. This leads to increased aromatase activity, an enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. So not only are you producing less testosterone, but the testosterone you do have is being converted into estrogen. It's a double hit to your hormonal health. One study showed that consuming just 75 grams of sugar, that's about 2 cans of soda, can reduce testosterone levels by up to 25% for up to 2 hours. Imagine what chronic sugar consumption is doing to your T levels. This isn't just obvious sources like candy and soda. High fructose corn syrup is hidden in bread, salad dressings, ketchup, crackers, and hundreds of other processed foods. Read every label. Vegetable oils. The third testosterone killer is probably in your kitchen right now. Industrial vegetable oils. I'm talking about soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, safflower oil, and sunflower oil. These oils are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, and while you need some omega-6s, the ratio in the modern diet is completely out of whack. We're consuming 15 to 20 times more omega-6s than omega-3s, when the optimal ratio should be closer to 4 to 1. Here's why this matters for testosterone. Excessive omega-6 consumption increases inflammation throughout your body. Chronic inflammation suppresses the hypothalamic-pituitary-gonadal axis, basically the communication system between your brain and your testicles that controls testosterone production. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that men with higher levels of omega-6 fatty acids had significantly lower testosterone levels. The more vegetable oil they consumed, the lower their T levels dropped. The problem is, these oils are in everything: restaurant food, processed foods, salad dressings, mayonnaise, even foods labeled as heart-healthy. When you eat out, you're getting massive doses of these testosterone-killing oils. Now that's the bad news. But here's the good news. There are 3 foods that can naturally and dramatically boost your testosterone levels. Alright, now for the exciting part. These 3 foods are like natural testosterone boosters, and the best part is they're delicious, accessible, and you can start eating them today. Testosterone booster number 1. Grass-fed red meat. First up, grass-fed red meat, specifically beef. Now, I know there's been a lot of fear-mongering around red meat, but the science on testosterone is crystal clear. Red meat is one of the most powerful natural testosterone boosters on the planet. Red meat is loaded with zinc, which is absolutely crucial for testosterone production. Zinc deficiency is directly linked to low testosterone, and red meat is one of the most bioavailable sources of zinc you can find. But it gets better. Red meat also contains high levels of saturated fat. And despite what you've been told, saturated fat is essential for hormone production. Your body literally uses cholesterol and saturated fat to manufacture testosterone. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men who consumed the most red meat had the highest testosterone levels. Another study showed that vegetarian men had significantly lower testosterone levels than their meat-eating counterparts. But here's the key: it needs to be grass-fed, not grain-fed. Grass-fed beef has a better omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, higher levels of vitamins A and E, and doesn't contain the hormones and antibiotics found in conventional beef. Aim for at least 6 to 8 ounces of grass-fed red meat, 3 to 4 times per week. Your testosterone levels will start climbing within weeks. Testosterone booster number 2. Pasture-raised eggs. Number 2. Pasture-raised whole eggs. Eggs are literally nature's perfect food, and they're absolutely incredible for testosterone production. Eggs contain all the building blocks your body needs to make testosterone. They're loaded with cholesterol, which is the raw material for hormone production. They contain high levels of vitamin D, which directly supports testosterone synthesis. And they're packed with high-quality protein and healthy fats. Now, you might be worried about cholesterol, but that's outdated thinking. Dietary cholesterol doesn't raise blood cholesterol in most people, and even if it did, cholesterol is essential for hormone production. Low cholesterol is actually linked to low testosterone. Studies have shown that men who eat whole eggs have significantly higher testosterone levels than men who just eat egg whites or avoid eggs altogether. The yolk is where most of the testosterone-boosting nutrients are found. But it has to be pasture-raised eggs, not conventional. Pasture-raised eggs have 3 times more vitamin D, 2 times more omega-3s, and significantly higher levels of vitamin A and E compared to conventional eggs. I recommend eating 2 to 3 whole eggs daily. You can scramble them, make an omelet, eat them hard-boiled, however you prefer. Your testosterone levels will thank you. Testosterone booster number 3. Raw honey. Number 3 might surprise you. Raw, unprocessed honey. Now, I know I just told you that sugar kills testosterone, but raw honey is completely different from processed sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Raw honey contains natural enzymes, antioxidants, and compounds that actually support hormone production. It's loaded with boron, a trace mineral that's been shown to increase free testosterone levels by up to 28% in just 1 week. A study published in the Journal of Trace Elements found that men who supplemented with boron for 1 week saw significant increases in free testosterone and decreases in estradiol, a form of estrogen. Raw honey is one of the richest natural sources of boron. Raw honey also contains chrysin, a natural aromatase inhibitor. Remember, aromatase is the enzyme that converts testosterone to estrogen. By inhibiting aromatase, raw honey helps preserve your existing testosterone levels. The key is moderation and timing. I recommend 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw honey per day, ideally around your workouts when your body can best utilize the natural sugars for energy and recovery. But it absolutely must be raw, unprocessed honey. The pasteurization process destroys many of the beneficial compounds. Look for honey that's cloudy, not crystal clear, and buy from local sources when possible. Now, here's what most people get wrong about optimizing testosterone through diet. They think it's just about individual foods. But the real magic happens when you combine all of these strategies into a comprehensive approach. First, you need to eliminate the testosterone killers. Cut out soy products completely. Eliminate processed sugars and high fructose corn syrup. Switch from vegetable oils to healthier alternatives like olive oil, coconut oil, and grass-fed butter. Then, start adding the testosterone boosters. Incorporate grass-fed red meat 3 to 4 times per week. Eat 2 to 3 whole pasture-raised eggs daily. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw honey to your diet, timing it around your workouts. When you combine these strategies, the effects are synergistic. You're not just avoiding testosterone killers or adding testosterone boosters. You're creating an optimal hormonal environment for your body to naturally produce and maintain high testosterone levels. But wait, there's more. Here are some additional tips that will amplify the effects of these dietary changes. Timing matters. Eat your eggs in the morning when your testosterone levels are naturally highest. Consume your red meat post-workout when your body needs the protein and nutrients for recovery. Use raw honey around your training sessions for optimal nutrient partitioning. How you prepare these foods also matters. Cook your eggs in grass-fed butter or coconut oil, not vegetable oil. Grill or broil your meat instead of frying it in inflammatory oils. Store your raw honey in a cool, dark place to preserve its beneficial compounds. Don't forget about hydration and sleep. Dehydration can reduce testosterone production by up to 10%. Poor sleep can reduce T levels by 15% or more. These dietary changes work best when combined with proper hydration and quality sleep. So, what can you expect when you make these changes? Here's a realistic timeline based on the research and what I've seen working with clients. In the first 2 weeks, you'll likely notice improved energy levels and better sleep quality. This is your body starting to respond to the elimination of testosterone killers and the addition of hormone-supporting nutrients. By weeks 3 and 4, you should notice improvements in mood, motivation, and mental clarity. Your workouts will probably feel better, and you might start noticing some changes in body composition. After 2 to 3 months, this is when you'll see the real magic. Significant improvements in muscle mass and strength, better recovery from workouts, increased confidence, and yes, improvements in libido and sexual performance. Long-term, these dietary changes can help restore your testosterone levels to where they should be for your age, potentially adding years to your life and life to your years. Now, I know some of you might have concerns about these recommendations, so let me address the most common ones. But what about cholesterol? The research is clear. Dietary cholesterol doesn't significantly impact blood cholesterol in most people, and cholesterol is essential for hormone production. Low cholesterol is actually more dangerous for men than moderately elevated cholesterol. What about saturated fat? Again, saturated fat is essential for testosterone production. The studies linking saturated fat to heart disease have been largely debunked, and the bigger concern should be inflammation from vegetable oils and processed foods. This sounds expensive. Yes, grass-fed meat and pasture-raised eggs cost more than conventional options, but think of it as an investment in your health. The cost of low testosterone, decreased quality of life, medical bills, potential hormone replacement therapy is far greater than investing in quality food now. Look, your testosterone levels are not just numbers on a lab report. They directly impact your energy, your strength, your confidence, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. You have two choices. You can continue eating the foods that are systematically destroying your hormonal health, or you can make the changes I've outlined today and start reclaiming your vitality. If this video has been helpful, smash that like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you never miss content that could transform your health. Leave a comment below and let me know, which of these testosterone-killing foods were you eating the most? And which testosterone-boosting food are you most excited to add to your diet? If you want more specific guidance on optimizing your hormones naturally, check out the video I'll link in the description about the complete hormone optimization protocol. Remember, you don't have to accept declining testosterone as an inevitable part of aging. With the right knowledge and the right actions, you can maintain optimal hormonal health well into your later years. Your future self will thank you for the changes you make today. Now get out there and start optimizing your testosterone naturally. And if you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you'll love this one about the 5 supplements that can naturally boost testosterone by up to 40%. I'll see you there.